A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Yellow. I got blue ladies.
Now on second and 16, Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On second and 9, Mahomes. It's caught. Lockett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
Really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
And they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Throwing on second and 14. Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Ready? 50, plant.
Oh, you got deep? We got heavy. Everybody scoot up. Who got that deep?
Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go. 8-3.
Crunch time, defense.
Get it.
Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11.
At the 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
Hey. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Hey, alert 3. Check.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
You draw Corker.
No gain on the play. It's third down and 12.
Alpha.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. I got you. I got you. 52's the Mike, boys. 52.
Five.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Yellow.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then, boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. This complete to Lockett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
First down, Arizona.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Johnson. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Johnson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Chris Carson, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cardinals nothing.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you act.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
10-2 soft.
Let's see what you got. Check your hot read.
Steve Griffin.
On 1st down. It's Carson, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Ready?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tannehill, and now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Xavier Howard. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Tannehill. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. 65. 65. 65.
Now it's Tannehill. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. They'll find Everett there, complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I know you feel
He was brought down by Sheldrick Redwine. 4 yards on the pickup.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Mahomes now on 1st down. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yellow. I'm going, Eddie.
Watch the pass. 552.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Screen play, Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
You gonna see? Hey, orbit.
5-2 the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
All day, baby. All day. All day, baby.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Squish, squish, double, double.
Bravo. Shoot.
From the 29, Tannehill. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
It's the party now.
Hey, 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 hey. Yo, faster.
On first down, Tannehill. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Come on.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here we go.
Five.
Now Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
For Chris Carson, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Ready,
Now
ready.
they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, echo.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Stop your whining. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Let's go.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Going deep here for Allen. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Keenan Allen. Incomplete. Coverage on the play by Patrick Chung.
On the
The
ready.
3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Single. Now here's the line. Third and two. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Five.
Mike 52. Rip left. Mike 52. I'm coming, baby.
Speed grip.
They're going to go. It's Tannehill. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run it with Carson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's Carson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
That's track.
On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. And he'll find Hall. And now running right through it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Here we go.
First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. This is Carson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down, Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the return will stop right around the 25. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Mahomes now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It was a play that was designed to trick the defense, to try and fool them. They didn't gain a huge chunk of yardage, but they did pick up a first down.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. To Johnson again. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kerryon Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, they have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football, but needing points as we start quarter number 4.
Go now. 30 base. Hey, Delta.
Throwing on 2nd down. Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Giants. Marvin Hall, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they've controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They go play fake. Mahomes. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st down, Arizona.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Mahomes. Out left, he's got it to Everett.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Able to get this to Gordon. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35.
A gain of 14.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Carlos Hyde, his first touchdown on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up, because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Yes.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Mike 52, Mike 52.
Hey, Foxtrot. 5.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
Let's go.
An incomplete
70,
pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go.
Back to throw, Tannehill. They'll run the screen with Carson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Tannehill. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. They'll run on first down. Carson. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, high 7.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Back to the air. Tannehill on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 17-yard line.
Line, 55. Yeah, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Check 4. Hey, yo, go going.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Right there.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Arizona, they fall.